They say we choose our family because of the lessons they have to teach us. A while back, I decided to make a film about my sister Yvonne. She's a Hare Krishna devotee who went off on a Mother Teresa type mission to West Africa. This is Yvonne's story. And mine.
No, it's not at all surprising. Journey's been sweet, telling everyone we meet, we're going no, it's not at all surprising. Journey's been sweet, telling everyone we meet, we're going
Us Oppermans are a bona fide South African clan. We can trace our roots all the way back to the Voortrekkers. We are white, Christian, well, sort of, Afrikaans, and apart from having a ridiculously high divorce rate, we're your average run-of-the-mill family. My great-grandfather, Rudolf Erasmus, was a card-carrying member of the Ossewa Brandwacht. My great-grandmother had 3 male names, Andries Lucas Visagie. My opa was the last dean of the Heidelberg College of Education before it got converted into an army camp. My grandmother was the musical one in the family. She wrote operettas and music theory books in Afrikaans. My parents got married in the 50s, divorced in the 60s, and remarried again in the 80s. Yeah, divorce is something that is rampant in our family. My father had 4 kids altogether. My mom had 2. Me and my sister Rena. That's my sister Rena. She's also happily divorced. That's me, Frankie Erasmus Opperman. Married twice and divorced twice. After my folks split up, my dad remarried and had 2 kids. My half-brother Charles passed away in 1984. Yvonne, or Vonnie as we used to call her, was always the academic one in the family. After attending Macy's War in Pretoria, she got her honors in education. A few years ago, Vonnie became a Hare Krishna and changed her name to Ila Devi Dasi. Vonnie has been living in Ghana for the last 3 years, and she came back home to introduce her husband Shastra and their child Ramananda Rai to the family.
Chant the mantra, Hare Krishna, and you will feel the bliss when the world is gone.
Little Goku, a Krishna band consisting of 3 children from Kenya, hopped along.
Stop a world coming each and every one of you to the baby room. Don't believe such your attitude. You make the right decision, Maya won't get you. You at the right venue, you find the right menu. Theme of the party is about the Maha Mantra, protector and redeemer, the Alpha and Omega.
Principle when you school, Hare Krishna school, with God in the center. She take the same things, maths, arithmetic, all the other subjects can be taught in the school. The main focus would be, the purpose would be to please Krishna, please God. So she went for it, and then she had to drop to a much low standard of living, cold water from a bucket bath, and less privacy. I never believed actually that she would go. I didn't order her, because I knew it was her decision. I said it would be nice to open this school in Ghana.
got to accept it. I mean, it's funny, or Ila, or whatever they call it nowadays. It's like, it works for her, so we've got to sort of accommodate it.
When I was a very small young child, I was quite religious as well. I used to like church. My parents didn't go to church, even though they're Christians, they never went to church. So on Sundays I used to walk all the way on my own just to go to church. And sometimes I would feel embarrassed because everybody would be there with their parents and I would just be there on my own. My family wouldn't be there. At university I became very atheistic. I started thinking, there's nothing really. Religion is just a means of oppressing people, saying, you are suffering now, but don't worry. In your next life you'll go to heaven and you'll be happy. Then I was into nature. I used to go on a lot of walks in the mountains, Drakensberg Mountains, Eastern Transvaal, thinking you'll find the answers in nature, you'll find happiness in nature. Then, gradually, finally I got hold of the Krishna conscious books, the Bhagavad Gita by Srila Prabhupada. And then when I started reading that, things became more clear and more clear. And I just felt this is the most amazing book I've ever read in my life, that it's worth more than all the other thousands of books that I'd ever read. So for 2 years it carried on like that, and I thought, where can I get hold of Hare Krishna? And I couldn't get one anywhere. Then at the school where I was teaching, one day I walked into the staff room and the newspaper was lying open on the table with a big heading, Hare Krishna Temple in Pretoria. And I just grabbed it, and that same day I drove off to find the temple, and I was so happy. And then I was trying to find the place, and as I was looking for it, some devotees drove past me and they said, "Hey, what are you looking for?" And I said, "I'm looking for the Hare Krishna." They said, that's us. And then that was it. So I went to the temple and I saw pictures of the deities, Radha and Krishna, and they were so beautiful. It was the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen. And that was it. From then I started going to the temple, and the philosophy made a lot more sense once I came into contact with the devotees and they explained things to me.
Hey Frankie, your family here?
Huh?
Yeah, your family are they here?
Yes.
Are the flowers for you?
No, it's not for me. It's not for me. Vonnie and I have never been really close. We're very different people. I've always been the performer in the family, while Vonnie has always been very reserved. Although we come from the same father, I realized that I actually don't know my sister at all.
Yeah, that's camera.
I also understand that if I wanted to know Vonnie a bit better, I would need to find out more about the whole Krishna thing. They don't eat anything with a face. No garlic, no onions, no chilies. Food must be blessed before eaten. Food must first be offered to Krishna. Coffee is a no-no. Definitely no pizza. Zero alcohol. And those are just some of the food rules. There are other rules as well. No movies or TV, except for the odd wildlife docky. No music other than Krishna CDs, and definitely no smoking.
Whatever fruits of their activities are there.
While Vonnie has always been a loner, her husband Shastra is one of the most sociable people I've ever met. And Ramananda Rai is the first caramel-colored, preservative-free Krishna baby in the Obermann family. Where did you meet Yvonne?
My guru, Bhakti Swami, he said, get married to Yvonne and you push this school. But I wrote back, tell her the way Yvonne is very strict, it's difficult for me to approach her to propose anything. So it's better we talk to the guru. Then he said, no, I should talk to her instead. So I just showed her the letter my guru sent, And so she wrote back to the guru that, look, She learned African men, especially the blacks, they are chauvinistic. They always beat their wife, do this, so she would not like to. Like she was saying the other day, that my guru wrote back that no, I'm a different guy.
And then as things grew on, I just started thinking, oh, he's such a nice devotee, he's so humble. So I became very attracted to his qualities. And gradually I agreed to marry him.
What I've realized in marriage life is, it's an institution of tolerance. If you cannot tolerate, then you should not marry. Because your wife, she's coming from a different background, different training, and you are also coming from
your
a
wife
different
is very, very different, from a very different.
Very, very different, completely different, you know.
It's a very hard marriage. We are from completely different cultures. And we eventually had our astrological charts drawn up, which is what we're supposed to have done in the first place, and we are only 30% compatible. Our background, our karma, our past life, even, they are completely different. So it's very hard. If not for Krishna, I don't think it would have worked.
And sex is meant for procreation. No, for the
What was it? You don't experience it as a fun thing?
No. It's a misuse. Yeah. It's a misuse. Sex is for procreation.
I know a lot of people think that that's really wild, but actually the more you chant Hare Krishna, the more you lose your taste for sex. Like, it becomes mundane, and because the pleasure is so limited. There's not much pleasure in it. It's just a few seconds of pleasure. But if you become really spiritual and transcendental, there's so much pleasure on a transcendental level that you're not really interested in mundane sex like
Never mind being the first mixed-race Opperman marriage that we know of, Shastra and Yvonne are also the first mixed Hare Krishna couple in Africa. But then who's this third party in this relationship? This guru loves to boogie, and the Soweto residents, well, they don't seem to mind. Yvonne's guru, His Holiness Mahavishnu Swami, hails from the UK. Just a question while I'm talking to a guru. If there's a God, why is he making it so difficult? Why can't he just go, everybody, happiness?
We're all looking for happiness, but we need to know how to find it. So we have to understand where we're going to. Just like if you're watering the root of the tree, if you're watering a tree that needs water, you don't go watering the branches and flowers and fruits. You have to worship the root. So we're part of the complete whole. So if we just concentrate on satisfying the part, we'll never be satisfied. When a servant tries to imitate the all-powerful master, that is called illusion. This is called, just like if in a desert you see some water and you run after it, You see a mirage. You see water in a desert, which is a mirage. So you'll never get to that water. You're always expecting to get to that water. And then if somebody comes to you and says, here's some water, a little drop of water, will that be considered real happiness? You bang your head against a brick wall, okay? So then stop banging your head against a brick wall, and you feel great. What are you doing? You're trying to imitate the all-powerful mind. We're trying to be God here.
I must admit, I haven't seen the light just yet.
As living spiritual souls, we are all originally Krishna conscious.
Now, how do you entertain your Hare Krishna family? I mean, I can't exactly take them to the local Melville pub for a drink. So why not show them around Newtown? I picked a good day. Joburg was thumping.
FIFA World Cup will be organized.
Today, that's a big event with all the thousands of people. You didn't look like the happiest person. Well, how did you feel? How does it affect your consciousness?
It was very horrible being there because the atmosphere is so charged. People are completely covered up in the mode of passion. Mostly thinking about the money they're going to make, things like that. And ultimately it's all illusion because soccer is a totally irrelevant game. And countries are totally irrelevant as well. Everything here is temporary. Soon you're going to have to leave your body, everything finish. And then you're not going to, after you die, you're not going to be South African. So my real home is with Krishna in the spiritual world. It's not South Africa or anywhere else.
The thing about making music with someone is you get to know them. You know what? I don't even know what your surname is.
Oh yeah.
What is your surname?
It's Ahatefu.
Ahatefu.
Yeah.
Do you still have contact with your family?
Not really, because like I've said, I lost my father. My mother is dead. Our elder sister is gone, and still they visit me. I visit home, and they like Krishna consciousness. Some are reading the books. I have a younger brother who is a musician, Rastafarian.
The Rastafarian?
Yeah.
Does he smoke?
No.
Was he not a dancer?
He even made a song on Say No to Drug.
Do you ever get the chant wrong? Because I still catch myself every now and then. I miss something. Did you ever get it wrong? Or I imagine you don't get it wrong.
4 years I've been saying sorry there.
Okay, so you don't make it.
But it's just 3 words: Hare Krishna and Rama. It's simple. Those are the 3 words we use: Hare Krishna and Rama.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
birthday party at my ex-wife Susan's house. We are what you call happily divorced ever after. She's now married to Philip Moorman, who's thrilled to have me as part of his extended family. And a birthday party is a good occasion to bring up the subject of God.
Hare Krishna. Ons is Hare Krishna's, ons aanbid vir Krishna. Krishna is God, maar dis nie die tradisionele God nie. Dis Krishna is nie net 'n lig nie. Hy is 'n persoon en hy is donkerblou in kleur. So hy is nie wit of swart of enigiets nie, hy is donkerblou. En hy is die slimste, die mooiste, die sterkste, die rykste, die mees bekendste. En alles kom uit hom uit. Die hele materiële wêreld is expansie uit sy liggaam uit. So, ons sing in die liedjie Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, wat julle oral hoor. Basis beteken, dit is in Sanskrit. Sanskrit is die oudste taal in die wêreld. En dit beteken basis, oor Krishna, ons is nie deel van hierdie materiële wêreld nie. Neem ons asseblief terug na jou spirituele rykdom. Ja, that's the meaning of the marriage.
That's what she wants, so we must just, take it as it comes, because we can't do anything about her choice of religion, and she's going right for it, She's changed completely. I think Sastra is a very sweet guy, really. He's so helpful and friendly and kind. It's never been a problem to me. Black and white, I prefer people to be colorblind, really. Because to me that's the answer, because whether you're black or white, I mean, you can't choose what you're going to be, and that doesn't matter at all.
No, what can I say? To me, it doesn't matter to which religion you belong. It's all about God, the Almighty. Whether it's called Krishna, whether it's called our Lord, whether it's called Allah, whatever is called in any language or culture, He's God Almighty. And I think the Krishna group, the people, are doing a very nice job. In fact, towards love towards your neighbor, towards other people, much more than we do in Christianity. And that's all I can say.
It doesn't really make sense to me, because you're denying yourself having a nice life. Everything, it just looks like you're not happy, if you've got to suffer, and I don't believe in that. So you must enjoy it while you're here, because you don't know what's going to be the next life, and it might just be a surprise for them that this is it.
80 kilograms overweight, a suitcase full of books and pens and food to take back to Ghana. Krishna did provide.
Luister, dit gewoon 2 dagen vat om bij Accra uit te komen. Nee, meer dan 2 dagen. Meer dan 2 dagen.
Gewoon in mooi blijven. Stuur nou SMS.
Look at the camera, please.
Bye-bye.
Dus heel het hele zeker. Check je het dan af.
As she waved goodbye, I realized that I still know nothing more about Yvonne and her guru-induced mission to Ghana. everywhere. Shastra and Yvonne live in Media, an area in the rainforest about 2 hours from the capital of Accra. Well, it's actually only about 60 k's from Accra, but the roads are so bad, it takes forever to get there.
You can look into it.
Okay.
I just feel water is just clean. Yeah, very clean.
Well done.
These kids will never be slaughtered.
No.
So they will feel very safe and secure.
Very, very safe and secure.
They live in a rented house next to the Krishna temple. Shastra is a respected businessman and the vice president of the Chalk Makers Association of Ghana. Man, it's hot around here. I'd call it relative humidity. Apart from constant electricity cuts and no running water, life is pretty organized around here.
The showers I had in the army were 10 times worse, so this is actually like a lap of luxury, having some hot water and some cold water.
I truly never realized the enormous task that Vonnie has taken on in Ghana. She created a school in one of the poorest areas in that country. These kids had nothing, and since this Opperman applied herself, they now have a place to learn.
He forgot. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Feeding and clothing the kids is a way of life at Lord Krishna's Academy. My sister must be proud of me. She had stuck old theatre posters of mine all over the school. To the local kids, I was a major celebrity.
So more beautiful.
Thank you very much.
All painted up and somewhere to go. It's Saturday morning and we're off to feed the masses, Krishna style. Yeah, you always going to find someone who wants to spoil a good party.
Because of the sin of man, because of the falling of man by Adam and Eve, God came down in a form. Right, listen to me. God cannot come in totality, right? But he came in the form of man through his son Jesus Christ. And Jesus Christ also came to die for us so that he will remove us from what? Our sins.
Okay. Did you have a nice day?
What do you think happens on a day like today? Gave food, gave meals, other people. Does it turn people to Krishna? Does it actually happen? Or
Basically in Krishna we don't convert.
You're not into convert?
No. We don't go telling people come and join come to our church. No. Whatever we have, we just want to share. We just want to express love. So love means whatever you have, you share with your neighbor. Like the Bible said, love your neighbor as yourself.
You've run into some troubles today.
You see, it's our brothers, our Christian brothers, they always feel insecure. That sense of insecurity, when you see people appreciating Christian consciousness, then they are scared. They are scared because they are thinking, oh, maybe we lose our members to these are the Christian folks.
So they were talking about God being a jealous God. Is God a jealous God?
In our Christian consciousness, we say God cannot be jealous because He is the Supreme Lord. He owns everything. He has no competitor. He doesn't feel insecure from anybody. So why should he be jealous? One thing they also said is that the fear of God, that you should fear God. We say, why should I fear my Father? So we don't accept that. We say, no, love of God is the supreme.
Sunday morning, 22 churches in one village. God must be somewhere.
We hear that the nation will rise against nation by the grace of God. We are still alive as we are.
Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. We are powerful.
Ọgbẹ̀ni Animal Come Bible lẹ.
Màá fẹ́ di ọkà sẹ́, màmí sọ́ni fẹ́ mi Bible.
Nọ́ọ̀nì nàná àlùdá nkwa kẹ́lẹ̀ ni.
Nàná àlùdá nkwa sẹ́mu ọ̀ká tí ẹni ní sẹ́.
I'm asking why.
To Ghana.
I nearly forgot about the afternoon service at the Sri Sri Radha Govinda Krishna Temple.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Apraptya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna.
That was terrible. That's terrible. Who must have been? That was
The whole thing was amazing. Ek het tyd gehad om haar te bel om te sê die troue is aan nie, want ons was so besig. Then my spiritual master was very angry because it was my wedding day and I'm supposed to go to Mangalati and greet the deities at 4 o'clock in the morning, and I couldn't make it. So he was angry with me. He wanted to cancel the whole wedding, but in the end he changed his mind. Then I had to get dressed for the wedding, and somebody gave me a green sari, which is okay, I wore it. Then some Indian lady in town said, oh, don't worry, she's got everything. She will bring it for me, she will dress me up. And I shouldn't worry. Then she came. She was late, so this is like 5 minutes before the wedding is supposed to start. She's coming to dress me up. She just stuck these huge flowers all over my head, behind my ears, in the middle here. And did all sorts of things. So by the time I looked in the mirror, I had such a shock, and there was no time to change because the people were banging outside the door saying it's starting, I must come out, I must come out. There was no time to change anything. So I was whisked out of the room like that, hating the way I looked.
I love it, so it's good for me.
Yeah, I saw all the pictures. And then at the end of the day, I thought it's actually good like that because it just reminded me that the wedding is not so important and marriage is temporary, and it's actually good it wasn't such an important thing.
So is marriage not important? Then why are you married? I would have thought that. So you also feel that it's more important?
Not really.
Yeah, of course, it not without, I don't know how you believe it, but maybe it's not for you.
Without the marriage, there will not be any remnant around whom she loves so much, is attached to.
So the only eternal relationship is with Krishna.
But while I'm here, can't I just have a little bit of fun? Just a little bit of...
If you go back to Krishna, you will have plenty more fun.
What fun is one going to have? What is waiting for one?
Depending on where you go, but if you go to Krishna Loka, where Krishna himself stays, Krishna has many girlfriends. Yes,
so but then I have one as well.
That is why you have fallen down in it. You thought, I want to be Krishna, I want to be like that, I want to enjoy it. No, you can be one of Krishna's girlfriends.
Krishna will enjoy you.
I'm going to be Krishna's girlfriend.
Krishna is a supreme enjoyer.
You can be his father,
We should be enjoyed.
his girlfriend, one of his male coward boyfriends. You can herd cows with him, dance with him, go swimming with him.
And dance with Krishna, I did. The next morning at 4:30. As a devotee, you are expected to chant and pray for at least 2 hours a day.
When they meet Krishna during the moonlit autumn night, their fatigue of separation is saturated. When the sky is clear of all clouds, the stars at night shine very beautifully. Similarly, when a person is actually situated in Krishna consciousness, he is cleared of all the dirty things. He becomes so beautiful as the stars in the autumn sky.
Oh, Krishna Singh.
Hare Krishna.
Oh, Krishna Singh.
Hare Krishna.
Oh, Krishna Singh.
Hare Krishna.
Oh, glories to
But I can imagine that it must be harsh. I mean...
It's the first year it's very exciting and wonderful. The second year is sort of slow down, I think, and then by the third year
You start getting really tired.
Godful. Godful, I know that you're dying to get to India. You want to get to India? How are you going to go about getting to India? You need to convince your guru. And do you think he's going to give you permission?
I think he will.
Actually, to me, that's my number one priority for going to India. Is education. And secondly, Ella to have the chance to teach. Since she's into education, like she's teaching, she doesn't feel happy.
But for 3 years, I didn't go to South Africa, so I was starting to believe I'm a hermit. When I got back to South Africa, I realized that actually I was so many things, and that I'm not as antisocial.
Super duper, man. Nice to meet you. I've been hearing about it.
Bob Carlos, my non-drug smoking Rastafarian brother-in-law's brother. He was also here for a good reason. Lord Krishna's Academy's annual award ceremony.
Uniforms and drama costumes, and they are going to get some awards today, and we are very happy to see all these bright-faced children, and we can see how much they enjoy coming to school.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
And in first position, Faustina Dusson.
Hello.
Actually, now in class 3, can you believe it? It's very small.
It's eating the butter rapidly. So the woman appeared.
The school kids put on a performance called The Butter Thief.
Yes, he was caught.
The story goes that when he was a toddler, Krishna used to steal butter from the neighbors. But when adults tried to chastise him, he blinded them with his smile.
What has happened?
One day he stole butter and his mom tied him up as punishment. But then the monkeys set him free.
The drama.
I would just like to give a big applause to my brother-in-law and to my sister Ila Devi Dasi. I'm very, very, very proud of them, what they are doing out here. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Love. What we need is love, love, love. What we need is love. What we need is love, love, love. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Everybody, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. May God bless everybody. It is wonderful to be here, and I will come and visit again, and then everybody's going to be bigger, cleverer, and things will be going better. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. It was just a very, very emotional moment. I don't know why. It was just, I don't know, it was just an overload of whatever it was. But I went into my bedroom and had went like a heathen with a bottle of Jack Daniels in my hand. That made it to me all worthwhile, and I think I'm wishing on, kind of, I think there's now mutual, that she appreciates everything. I really like my class.
surprising. Chaitanya morning surprising. No, it's not at all surprising. It's not surprising. Jamming in the street, telling everyone we meet.
Yvonne and Shastra are leaving for India soon. Through my journey to Ghana, Yvonne and I have established a closer bond. I guess all she needed was for someone to cross the fence and look into her world. I believe we choose our family because of the lessons they have to teach us. I know why I chose them. My question is, why did they choose me?
Chip jago, goga chanda bole. Kota nidro jao maya pisa chira kole. Baji bobolia ese sansara bitare. Bulia do hile tumi abitara bare. Tomarela ite abi hoinu abadara. Ami bina bandu arake acheto mara. Imechi usadi maya nasi baro lagi. Ori nama maha manjolao tumi magi.
Chaitanya's morning rising. Chaitanya's morning rising. No, it's not at all surprising.